When real estate people talk about location, 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 Blair House has it all. That historic site across the street from the White House is where foreign dignitaries will have lunch after today's inauguration. Margaret Brennan is already there to show us what's inside, a story you'll see only on CBS this morning. Margaret, good morning.
Good morning to you. And Blair House is about location, 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 you said. It's the president's guest house. It's where kings, queens, heads of state stay when they come to the Capitol. And it's also where incoming presidents live until Inauguration Day when they can move into the White House. For security reasons, reporters rarely get a look inside, but the chief of protocol took us on a tour.
Well, Margaret, welcome to the Blair House, the president's guest house.
This is gorgeous. Built in 1824, Blair House is named for its one-time owner, Francis Blair, an advisor to several presidents, including Abraham Lincoln.
This is the Lincoln sitting room, and used often by many presidents when they first arrive here on their inauguration weekend. And this portrait here was the last portrait, official portrait, that was painted of President Lincoln before his assassination.
Inside this room, Robert E. Lee was offered the position of heading up the Union Army.
He declined the offer and resigned from the Army, and then, of course, we know in history, took up with the other side.
The federal government bought Blair House during World War II, when large numbers of official visitors came to Washington. Each dignitary who passed through signed the guest book. General Charles de Gaulle stayed here in 1944 while France was occupied by Nazi Germany.
It's always fascinating for me to page through these books and see sort of history unfold. Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II, President Shimon Peres, and during this visit, he was given the Presidential Medal of Freedom by President Obama.
One American president, Harry Truman, made Blair House his home while the White House was under renovation. This dining room held his cabinet meetings.
Let me show you where his Oval Office was. Yeah. It's certainly not as large or as grand as...
Or as oval.
As oval, exactly. After President Truman had left Blair House, they moved this mantle into this room to commemorate the attachment between the White House and the Blair House.
And Blair House was the site of what has been called the biggest gunfight in Secret Service history. In 1950, two Puerto Rican separatists tried to shoot their way inside while President Truman was upstairs. A Secret Service officer stopped them, but was killed in the line of duty.
And so, Margaret, this is the Lee drawing room.
The Fine Arts Committee, led at the time by Jackie Kennedy, selected the wallpaper and decor. Dignitaries hold bilateral meetings here.
As you can see as you walk through this wonderful house, it showcases the grandeur, the history, who we are as Americans, and tells a wonderful story about our great nation.
Blair House is also where foreign ambassadors will have lunch today after the president is sworn in, and there are a record number of foreign ambassadors and their spouses attending this year's inauguration.